name, please?
Yes, my full name is Lei Yuanzheng, which was given by my grandfather.
Okay, what is the best way to learn a foreign language?
I myself think that the best way to learn a new language is that you have to speak to the foreigners, and you also have to listen to a lot of or watch movies or listen to music or watch videos as well.
Okay, what is your opinion about English as the international language?
I think that English is a very basic language for most people around the world, because I don't know about others, but I think that it's very easy to learn, and other language is also root from English.
Okay, what do you like to do to relax in your free time?
In my free time, I like to reading books and listening to music, because I think that people usually choose watching TVs, but I think that TVs do harm to our eyes and our health as well. So,
what is your idea of a perfect weekend?
a perfect weekend definitely be spending time with families. It doesn't matter where we are, but as long as we're together, so it's a perfect weekend.
Do you prefer to watch TV or go to the cinema?
Well, I think that I prefer at home and watching movie with my friends.
What forms of entertainment exist in the area where you live?
I think that in my area, people usually hang out with each other, sometimes to the cinema or sometimes jogging around the lake.
What would the ideal job for you be?
At this time, I don't think that I have any ideal job for myself, but if I have to choose one, I would like to start up a restaurant about Vietnamese food.
Why?
Because I think that Vietnamese food is very traditional and very interesting, and especially in other countries, people really like Asian food, cuisine, but it's not very popular as other food, so I really want to bring the name of our cuisine to the world.
How easy is it to get a job in your country?
I think that in order to get a very good job, you have to have high standards of yourself, or you have to have certain degrees in major or something sort of.
What are the typical working hours in your country?
Typical working hours, maybe from 8 or 9 a.m. in the morning and ends at 4 or 5 p.m. in the evening.
How do people in your country like to relax when they are not working?
Well, some people like to stay at home and watch TV or having barbecue, but some people like to travel around the area in order to, have a fresh air.
What do you think is the most useful subject you have to study?
I think there are two very important subjects that all students should pay more attention to. First is math, because I think math is not, it helps you to improve your thinking, and also English as well, because English is a very international language, as I mentioned above.
What are you currently studying or planning to study at university?
Well, I haven't chosen anything yet, because I don't know what my favorite things are, but maybe I would go with management or that sort of thing.
What do you hope to do after graduate?
I think that after graduate, I should have a gap year in order to experience other things as well, because I not really want to start my career right away. I want to experience more.
Is it common in your country for families to have pets?
A lot of my friends, they have pets at their home, but I don't think some Vietnamese family like pets, because they are so hairy and they're not very, good smell. Yeah.
Which pets are most popular?
Definitely dogs and cats, but some they also have hamsters.
Did you have a pet when you were a child?
I had a pet. It was a gift from my grandmother, but I think that the dog died because some disease. Very sad.
What is the attraction of having a pet, in your opinion?
I think that having a pet actually asks you to have more responsibility to others people around you and also your pet, because it's more like having a baby and you have to take care of the baby. So I think it's very good having a pet.
What is your definition of a perfect holiday?
A perfect holiday. I very like swimming or climbing. So I think that a perfect holiday would be at beach, either beach or the mountain.
What do you do to prepare for a holiday?
Well, I think that if I spend my holidays with other people, so we would gather and we would have list out all the things that we need to buy beforehand.
Which areas of your country do you find the most appealing?
Appealing. I think that all the people are very interested in the beaches or the mountains as well, because I think that they are tourist spots very famous.
What do tourists like to do when they come to visit your country?
It's very because my country is a developing country, so in my opinion, all the visitors they usually have a ride by cyclo, which is cyclo, around the city in order to have sightseeing.
Would you prefer to live in a traditional house or in a modern apartment building?
Well, as we all know, each coin has two sides. So I really like living in a traditional house because you can live in the nature or something. But living in a modern house also have its moments because you can have all the technologies and everything.
Can you tell me something about the area where you live in?
In my opinion, the my living area, they are more older people than younger, because maybe that's my feelings, but I meet a lot of older people around me instead of youngsters.
If you could make changes to the area or your hometown or city, what would you change?
Probably environment, because environment is a very hot issue nowadays, not only in my hometown but around the world. And it's very important to raise people awareness about this problem, because in my living area, people don't pay attention to this issue.
Would you prefer to live in a big city or in the countryside?
In the countryside, because I feel I'm not into big cities because they are very noisy and loud, but in the countryside more peaceful and quiet, I think.
What sort of sport do you like to take part in?
I really love swimming, but I also like to interact with other people, so I would say badminton.
Why do you enjoy playing badminton?
Yes, because first I have to interact with other people so I can make friends with them, and the very important thing about playing sports is that you can be very healthy and be fit.
Do you think it is really important for people to do sports?
Of course it is, but I think that most people don't have time for themselves to play sports because they usually spend them time at work or
Study?
Yes, study.
Okay. Do people of all ages in your culture enjoy sports?
Yeah, very. Because in my area I live near a lake, so either in the morning or the evening, a lot of people, they run around the lake or they jog around the lake. So I'm very happy to see this scene.